d2, knight to d4, and now white should have castled. You know, white should either castle on the king side, or white should castle on the queen side. But he doesn't do it, and he plays this move instead. Now, yeah, well, you really, both of the players, to tell you the truth, you really shouldn't be moving the same piece twice until you've connected your rooks. And both players, you know, black moved the knight twice and white's moved his knight twice. Now this game is going to have a lot of undermining, overworked pieces, and let's take a look at an undermine. Remember what undermine is? That's when you take away the support. So if I wanted to undermine this chessboard, I would chop the legs out from underneath and the board would fall. All right, that's when you undermine something. So to undermine a piece, you take away the support. Now, black would like to go knight takes, knight check, and fork the king and the queen, but white would simply go bishop takes the knight. Is there some way that he can chase this bishop away? Can he chase that bishop away from guarding the knight? There is. Let's see if you can find it.
Yeah. How we can take the...
How can you make this bishop move away from guarding the knight? Look at all the black's pieces.
That's our turn.
No, it's not the knight.
The
Well,
bishop.
you want the bishop to either move here or here. Can one of black's pieces get to either this square or this square? Which one of black's pieces can get to one of those two squares? Look at all of black's pieces.
No, the
queen can't get
bishop.
to that square. Right, your mom got,
Avani.
Avni's mom got it right. So bishop to h3, which looks like a surprising move. It looks like, well, I can just go bishop takes the bishop. There's nothing guarding it.
But
now what would happen? If white went bishop takes bishop, how would black win the game?
I would capture the knight and then...
Right, and there's nothing guarding it. So he would play knight takes, knight check. The king and the queen are both attacked. The king would have to move, and then you would go knight takes the queen. And at the end of it all, you're ahead of bishop for a queen. So black would be winning. Okay, and the white bishop is not guarded. Nothing's guarding the white bishop. So what he does... Where's this guy? This guy is here. Oh, the queen's up here. You're right. Okay. Why didn't castle? Maybe you should have just castled now. Oh, but if you castle now, you still lose because he would go knight takes check, bishop takes, and then he would get the rook. You see? So one way or the other, so that would also lose material. So white, it wouldn't be as bad as losing the queen for a bishop, but he would lose the rook for a bishop. So that would also not be a good move. All right, so he's got a problem. So what he does is he takes the knight like this. Knight captures. And of course, black captures the bishop. The rook attacks the bishop, and now the pawn takes the knight. And here's the problem that white has. If he goes rook takes bishop, black goes pawn takes the bishop, and white will be down a piece. So he takes the pawn. All right, so he's down a bishop for a pawn, but this bishop is being attacked. Now, where's it going to go? If it goes here, the knight will take him. And if he goes there, you'll push this pawn, and then when you come here, it looks like the bishop's going to get trapped. But black attacks the knight with his pawn, and the knight goes here. And now the bishop runs to this square. See, now the bishop has that square. Because the knight's no longer guarding it. And now he goes ahead with his plan. He's planning on going rook here and trapping the bishop. The bishop can't get out. But black plays pawn to d5. Okay. Losing another pawn. So now white's down a bishop, but he has two pawns for it. Now the rook attacks the bishop. The bishop comes back here. The pawn takes the pawn. The pawn takes the pawn. And it looks as though the bishop could get out. By going bishop takes the pawn. But that would lose. Why would that lose material? How would white win? Well, it would be another undermine. Who's guarding the black knight? What? Can you take away the queen? How could white get rid of the queen? Right, queen takes the queen. You have to capture back because it's your queen, and then he would just win the knight. So that would be bad for black. But black is Mikhail Tal, who's a famous tactician. He likes to sacrifice material, and what he does in this position now is, I think we got the position correct. He goes queen takes the knight. Where's the knight? Wait, no, he goes queen to b6. I'm sorry, he can't take the knight. He goes queen to b6. And now white takes the knight. Black takes the knight. White takes the rook. Black takes the pawn. Bishop takes the bishop. King takes, and now if we look at the material, white has a rook and a pawn for a bishop, but what's the problem that white has? Remember I said at the beginning of the game, what did white not do that he should have done? Right, he can't castle. If it was like this, he'd probably be winning. He'd be winning the game. He'd have too much material. Probably. But here, because his rooks are not connected and he can't connect them, he's in big trouble. And when that rook's attacked, where can that rook even move? Not a lot of squares. If he goes here, the queen gets him. Here, the bishop gets him. Plus, this pawn is attacked twice, so he makes the logical move and goes rook there. What?
The queen would capture it.
No, but then the queen would capture back. And now black plays another undermine. The queen is guarding the rook. Can you chase the queen away from guarding the rook? Does black have a move that would chase the queen away? Not?
I'm telling her, look at all the pieces.
I thought you knew the answer.
No, I know the answer.
How can he chase the queen?
You could move the rook to e8.
That's what he does. And again, remember when the bishop was over here and it looks like nothing was guarding it? Well, once again, wow, it looks like you're giving away a rook, but how would white get checkmated if he did that?
Then the queen would just capture the rook and
Queen would capture the rook, and it would be
And
checkmate at
checkmate.
one more move. He'd have to block with the queen, and then he would take the queen, and it would be checkmate. Okay. But the queen says, I don't have to take that black rook. I'll just move here, where I'm attacking the bishop and still guarding the rook. But now comes probably the most amazing move in the game. Did we talk about overworked pieces?
yeah.
Where they have to do more than one job?
Yep.
Which one of white's pieces is overworked? He has to do two jobs, and he can't do them both.
The queen.
No, not really. The queen only has one job, guarding that rook. Well, this rook has to, he's overworked. He has to guard the pawn, but he also has to guard this square. And because if he ever moves up here, then this would be checkmate. So black simply goes, queen takes the pawn. It's an amazing move, right? Nothing's guarding the bishop, nothing's guarding the queen, and a move ago, nothing was guarding the rook. All of his pieces are just hanging in midair, and nothing can get captured. Because if he captures the queen, checkmate. You see, so that rook is overworked. And right now the rook is being attacked, so he moves his king over here, figuring, I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he thinks his king can run away. So now black comes down, rook check, rook takes, queen check, queen here, and it looks like white survived, but how can black checkmate in two moves? What's the first move? What?
The queen takes.
No, queen takes the queen, king takes
King's the queen, yeah.
No, if you go queen takes the queen right away, now white wins, because white will have, well, you'll get this pawn, but it'll be a rook for a bishop and a pawn. Maybe black can draw, but you know, black's going to be fighting for a draw if he does that.
He
But after all
can,
this hard work, he wants to win the game. He doesn't want to draw now. So how can he checkmate the king? But it takes two moves. What's the first move? Well, can you check the king?
take the bishop only to g2
Well, that's not a bad idea,
because yeah, he can
but
capture
the
again.
problem with that, if the rook wasn't here, that would be a good idea, but the rook could just take the bishop. That's the problem with that move. You could also try bishop check here, and the king can run, you see? The queen can't take because the queen's pinned, but there's another check. How else can he check? Look at all the black's pieces. Look at the king.
The queen could move at d3.
Right, that's the correct move, Anthony. Queen to d3 check. The king, remember CPR, you can't do C for capture. You can't do R for run, so you have to do P for protect. And now where's the checkmate?
Queen takes queen.
Yeah, queen takes queen is checkmate. So that's an amazing game where black, his bishop was hanging, he couldn't be captured. His rook was hanging, he couldn't be captured. His queen was hanging, he couldn't be captured. His bishop again was hanging, he couldn't be captured. All of his pieces were floating in midair, but he wins because white never castled his king. And so that's the danger of leaving your king uncastled is, you know, you can get checkmated. All right, so now let's look at some other, here's another one involving, what does it mean, the weak back rank? Now, you've done chapter 2 in the Bobby Fischer Teach a Chess book, Avni. How about you, Afrin? How far have you gotten in the book? Have you gotten to page 100 yet? Or,
I'm at the page 100.
all right, well, in the second chapter, they talk about weak back ranks. The back rank
Yeah,
is here.
weak back rank.
When you have a weak back rank, what it means is you can't do R for run. So if your king is checked on the back rank, and it's a weak back rank, you either have to capture the checking piece or do P for protect. Somebody has to block. Otherwise,